Hello, welcome back. I'm Jeff Byers. This is Annie 150, Introduction to 3D Modeling and Game Art. This is Module 7. Congratulations for getting this far. We're going to be doing the large, we're going to continue with Part 2 with the large and small high poly sci-fi crate. We're going to go ahead and model the high poly now. We have the low poly of both. My information's, you can contact me anytime at jbyers3@jcc.edu, so make sure you contact me if you need help with anything or have questions. This introduction video will be right here, placed right here, and we have our weekly schedule, which does not change, so make sure you read that. And we are going to get into our first our assignment, our Module 7 assignment, which is now we're going to create a large and small high poly sci-fi crate. So we're going to do a large one that you see here and a small one. Now notice that I went ahead and put a and one thing you need to just to make sure you do, that we are going to put a different material on here, meaning that we are going to put the Arnold AI standard surface shader on there, but the only thing we're going to change is the color. Okay, we're going to leave the rest of it so it will reflect light a little bit, so we can see that little glisten on the edges. Because this is a high poly mesh, we don't have sharp edges, so we want the light to kind of reflect off of there. Okay, you can see a little bit better on the small one. Okay, that's kind of what we're looking for. Alright, so start the project or the module early. I would always start on Monday and work through what I need you to look at, and maybe watch the videos a couple times. But this is going to be a tougher one, more challenging, because we're going to be doing hard surface modeling. Whenever you add edge loops, especially this little corner area, will be a problem. These straight areas that have good edge flow, it'll be easy to get those to work properly. Okay, so this is just another example of the high the high poly of the large and small. We're going to be creating both, and you need to follow these videos again because it's a little more challenging. I wrote a little note for you guys. And I want you to start at video at 8 minutes on that one. Okay. And so again, these videos are jam-packed with small detailed edge loop work, and that's all we're going to be doing, is that we're going to be adding all this edge loop work for hard surface modeling. So it's not that it's hard work, it's just very tedious. Okay. The best way to approach these videos is to watch a small section at a time and then pause the video. So when I'm watching that video, I watch a little bit, I pause it, and then I go to my program and I try to replicate what I just watched. Okay? If you watch too much, you stand the chance of not remembering something or missing a detail, and that can mess you up later. So watch small sections and pause it, and then try to replicate what I'm doing. The reason why I'm pushing this so hard is because a lot of you guys miss little things in my videos, and you swear up and down that you watched the video and you did exactly what I did, but yet you are missing these little things. So take your time with the videos, especially these. Okay, these videos are very important. We don't have many of them. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's it. And then the small high poly is extremely, there's only one. The thing is, we take what we created in the high poly and we duplicated it, and then we went into the low poly and cut it up and put it together. I'll show you how to do that, and that was really fast. So that was one video. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then another kind of challenging piece will be something new for you guys. Is you're going to use something, either Mudbox or you're going to use ZBrush. It doesn't matter which one. If you have ZBrush, great, go ahead and use it, and feel free to use it. But Mudbox is free, so we're going to use that. At least that's what I'm going to have in my video. Alright, so always duplicate your original geometry as a safety net. Always duplicate and save your original geometry as a safety net, because that's you just need to do that. I do that all the time, and it saved me several times. Alright, just kind of as a disclaimer, there are many ways that you can add detail to your sci-fi crate. Okay, outlined below are just a couple of different methods. So you could go into a sculpting program like ZBrush or Mudbox and add the necessary detail, then export the high resolution mesh into Substance Painter for making the maps needed for texturing. And you'll get full benefits from using smart materials if you do that. Okay. The difference though is, why not just bring the low poly into Substance Painter and then add detail by using a normal map? You can do that, definitely, and it will work. But the smart materials will not see the extra details and will not work as expected. Okay. Because of this, you will have to move forward with a Mudbox as a primary method for adding extra detail, and then use Substance Painter as a secondary fallback plan if the Mudbox is not working for you. The only reason why Mudbox would not work for you is if you did not triangulate the high poly, or if the high poly doesn't work at all. You have to triangulate the high poly. Try that. If that doesn't work for you, meaning that there are some systems and workstations that won't work very well if you don't have very much RAM, or if you have an older system that just doesn't work very well. Mudbox could be very difficult to use. So then that's when I would say, yeah, let's go to Substance Painter and let's go ahead and use it. Okay? And that's okay. The bottom line is that we are able to get the detail that we need. That's the bottom line, right? It's not how you get from A to B, it's how you it's if you get there. You need to get there from A to B. I don't care exactly how you get there. Just make sure that you get the detail that I need. And that's all that really matters, really, at this point. Alright, so how do you detail using Mudbox? I take you through that. If you guys are interested in using a sculpting program, you get to learn a little bit more about the Mudbox. Okay. And then there's that other how to detail in Substance Painter. Now, Substance Painter, again, I will let you know that it won't work as expected if you try to use Substance, if you use smart materials. Okay. Now, the funny thing is, the amount of time it takes me to create this box here that you see, right, from a high poly. The funny thing is that it takes about the same amount of time when you've got to do a bypass, which means that even if you use this one here will show you a different way to add detail, like you can see here. And then there's this one using anchor points, which makes more sense to me. There's still some more work you have to do, but it works really well. So watch these videos if you do want to go with Substance Painter. Alright, it's your choice. You do what you want to do. The funny thing is, if you don't do Mudbox, there's no reason really to download Mudbox and use it, but I wanted to show you how to use Mudbox, and that's why we would use it. So at least try it. At least get in here and see if just try it and see if it works, and then go from there. And then, like I said, the secondary could be that if it doesn't work in Mudbox, then go to this. Okay? Alright? And then after this, I'm going to let you guys choose which way you want to go. How you want to detail your objects. That's entirely up to you. Okay? Alright, so make sure you read the grading rubric, and you're good to go. And then the instructions are exactly the same. You didn't see this wrong. I'm going to use Module 6, and there's no reason for me to regurgitate everything. All you have to do is bring in your high poly in here and put the props on there, which is the handles and the latches. Those need to be on there. Put them side by side and do exactly what I had you do in Module 6 to get my renders for me, okay? Make sure you watch this to get the screenshots as well. And before you scale anything down, make sure you duplicate everything, put them in a layer, save your scene before you scale it down, before you scale your crates down, your sci-fi crates down, to fit the lighting. Make sure that you save your scene as a sequence, and then make sure you save and duplicate those objects and put them in layers. That way you can come back to the large ones. We have to have the larger ones in the scene so they bake properly. Okay? I don't want you using the ones you scale down for the lighting system. That's just for lighting. This is just for lighting. Okay? Make sure you do use your high poly. Okay? And just make sure you put your latches and stuff on there, like I said, and you're good to go. Just watch this and you should be able to get everything done and all the screenshots. Okay? Again, I want the high poly renders and screenshots. Okay? Deliverables, you guys can read that. It should be the same exact thing as the turn-in instructions. If it isn't and you see something wrong or something doesn't match, it's not consistent, let me know right away as soon as you know. And email me jbyers3@jcc.edu and I will get back to you or fix it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great week and enjoy Module 7. And then we'll get in Module 8, and I'll see you guys there.